We have the second winner bracket quarterfinal here of the day. We saw Focus advancing over Blade, and once again, it is Europe versus Korea. Sheik as an undead versus LawLiet as, of course, a night elf. Keeper of the Grove first with an archer build so far. And yeah, Sheik, man, he's been tearing it up recently. Really, really impressive results.
Going up against LawLiet, though, is going to be a tall order. Once again, the Korean has to be the favorite. Blade almost made it work. I still think he was supposed to win that second map. But Focus clutching it in the end, taking the win. Moving on in the upper bracket. Blade now down in the lower will have to battle his way through there later. Yeah. Keeper first with an archer creep here. The creep is no longer so easy with the Merc Camp having been moved closer to your opponent. And also the Ancient of War not easily right next to the trees as it was before. By the way, on the other side, this is a fast altar and a late crypt, which is very, very unusual against Night Elf. This is the Ted build order that we know. See it a lot against human pretty much all the time. We see it against Undead in the Mirror, and even we see it against Orc, but against Night Elf, normally we never see it because you rely on a lot of ghouls early on, normally against Night Elf, always. But here, Sheik, he's doing it differently. And I think he kind of knew about this Keeper because he's placing this Ziggurat very far forward.
Yes.
Most it into a narrow tower. So now the Keeper is going to have a very tough time attacking the Acolytes in the back.
I do have the sound bug, unfortunately, so we don't have any attack sounds. This is one of the bugs of 1.30. I'm sorry for that. Nothing really working out.
Did you do the ambient sound thing?
The ambient sound thing?
You go to Options, Sound, and then you enable ambient sounds. And then some sounds should return, but not all of them.
Okay, yeah, no. We see Treants and Entangle. Good damage against the DK. Works out well. Sheik seems to be prepared for what's to come. With, as you said, the aggressive Nerubian Tower and a Fiend build against Huntress, which he expects, but it's not coming. Tier 2 tech by LawLiet with Archers and Keeper.
A Keeper normally a hero that, regardless of the matchup, Keeper first that is, relies on the expansion. So, we are expecting it somewhere. Sheik's expecting it somewhere. Scouting with the Acolyte. Not yet popped down. And with attack, of course, coming in. It's going to be delayed. He's getting quite a bit of creeping done here with the Force of Nature Treants. This is the way they were intended. Have those summons. Let them tank against the creeps. Not reliant on Ancients of War. This never was used in the past, but the Treants became better. They became cheaper as well. And now we have them. Keeper, very nice inventory, by the way. +5 intelligence, gloves of haste as well. But normally you want to find damage with him. You want to find kills with him. And that he hasn't been able to do just yet. And Sheik is playing Gargs.
Wow. Okay. Against, if you expect hunts, expansions, why not? I mean, LawLiet seems to be a little prepared for that as well, with good amount of mercenaries and piercing damage. No Demon Hunter though. Panda got a lot weaker, so that was usually the #1 answer.
Yeah, exactly. That's, I think, is the #1 reason we may see Gargs returning. It's because of the Panda. The level 2 Breath is a lot weaker now, to be honest. Went from 1000 max damage to 720 max damage, I think it is. Which is a lot less.
We also see more Treant because the mana cost got reduced. Wow, even more Mercs here. That's pretty sick. DK old school undead play, trying to harass the Wisps very early on to delay the lores a little, which doesn't work too well yet. Oh, more and more Treants, man. 6 of them. 5 of them, sorry.
And he's certainly going to get this shop. Anything that comes close here to defend is going to get entangled. Oh, actually he doesn't have the mana right now. Use it all on those Treants. Ziggurats also got tank here, going to 600 HP. Acolytes, same for them. Not 600 HP, that would be pretty sick, but tank here they did get.
And faster, so he arrives for the repair earlier. Second treant dies, third treant is gone, expires, so he keeps up this ziggurat, able to produce, but he's not going for any
But he should have made another one. He
yeah.
should have gotten a third, because now he can only make one gargoyle. That's a big macro mistake. Forgot about that a little bit.
Expansion by LawLiet in a normal position. Hunter's Hall is there, Engine of Lore as well. And the lags are gone, hopefully. Had to do... that was client side, by the way, not stream side. So yeah, we do have a few Gargs, but he's supply stuck. He can't go for that critical mass of Gargs that we need. Same for Wyvern, I guess. It's always the case with air, or oftentimes the case with air, that in low numbers they are not really overwhelming, but once you get to 6, 7, they really push out the damage. But can he cancel the lures? Doesn't seem like it. Damage is not enough.
With the heroes coming in, he could get it. But he doesn't have a TP anymore either, so he needs to be a little bit careful with this. He has a tele staff to get out of possible ensnare surrounds. There are a lot of entangles, by the way. Of course, I mean entangles around, not ensnare. Coil Nova onto the Berserker, but that one still survives with a nice detonate there. And this is level 2 entangle, right? Oh no, it's level 1, so he actually went for treants level 2.
Yeah, that's why we saw 6 treants before. 2 times 3, not 3 times 2. There's no Dispel, and there won't be Dispel for a long time, so this treant harass can be very obnoxious.
The issue with the Keeper, of course, is he does like nothing to gargoyles. He is pretty strong against ground, though. But there's a good number of Berserkers. 3 already. Dryads will be coming in. Expo is gonna start entangling here in a moment. So I think LawLiet, despite his subpar hero pick here, against Gargs at least, should still be feeling in a decent position.
Protection +3 only for the Panda. That's certainly not what he was hoping for. DK so far away from level 3. This is kind of ridiculous. Looks good for LawLiet so far, but the more Gargs we have, the harder it gets with a weaker Panda on higher levels. Another Ring of Protection, man. This guy gonna be hard to fight. He loses so much HP here tanking the creeps. But he should have the time. Edge Protector coming for LawLiet, who has an awesome run recently, qualifying for Masters Colosseum through the Korean qualifier. At Masters Colosseum he fell to Foggy, was not his week certainly, but the weeks before, really, really good.
And the Gargs were split off into separate groups now, and now they're all joining together. I think it's 10 Gargs you need for one-shotting a Wisp? Or 9 with an attack upgrade? I'm not so sure. Not really a Garg player.
Oh, Lich getting entangled here. Safe though. Level 2 on the Panda. Has Drunken Haze or Drunken Brawler now. Should be Drunken Haze. Another entangle. He needs a coil. He doesn't have one. Breath of Fire. It's so close. 1 mana point away. As close as it gets. Yeah, but the Lich is down. No Nova anymore. And 1 guard gets intercepted by the first few Dryads.
That was like you were singing.
Yeah.
1 guard gets intercepted. Have you thought about becoming a singer, Neo? Might that be a good career path?
I think so.
Would be a better idea than me becoming a singer, certainly.
That's certainly true. 3 Berserkers for LawLiet. So even though the Dryads were a little late and he's not producing too many of them, he has so much anti-air.
Yeah, these Gargs, I think so far they killed 3 Wisps. That is really not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And dude, the treants are actually making it so that LawLiet has a way easier time to creep. Normally, of course, Night Elves used to be reliant on Nations of War for creeping for a long time, until they get bears and redraw, or a really, really big army. But now with the treants, he can do this even with the small army, and without bears.
Gargs are all so hurt. And the Lich is back. Yeah, but what can he really offer? GG. Nothing.
Well then.
Yeah. Very solid play by LawLiet. Always had the answers that he needed.
Don't forget to restart the game, by the way, for the sound. Yeah, that just was pretty chanceless. Thank you very much, Argentum, 2-month resub.
Nice.
Greatly appreciated.
This is one of the most stressful tournaments here because of the stupid technical issues that we have. But
By the way, if you want to mute the sound in-game, you can do it with the control down arrow key. Then the bug doesn't happen.
Like seriously, I'm playing this game for 15 years and I didn't know that. I always use the control S.
Yep. That's way more convenient, of course, but that has that bug in the new patch.
Hopefully, yeah, it should be fixed on PTR, so hopefully this will be addressed soon. Map number 2 is Amazonia. Certainly not a guard map, I feel. Too close. Or is it just good? Is it really good because of that?
I don't think it's... the one reason it may be good is because getting the expo is pretty damn difficult.
Yeah.
And when you're stuck on one base against Gargs, not where you want to be.
Yeah.
But there's no Drakes to take here.
True.
You can fly behind the trees, yes. But I think that those Gargs mainly came out because of the Keeper of the Grove. Is that going to be the hero again? Oh, we're going to go back to the Demon. He has been nerfed a little bit as well. -1 agility. That is certainly not as noticeable as the Blade Master nerf, though. This time we have a fast crypt, by the way, coming out by Sheik. He played that Tet build order opening on TS, which is super unusual against Night Elves. This time it's a normal opening. The building placement is very liberal here towards the front, but the order itself is standard. First big question is heroes. What's it gonna be? Used to be Demon Hunter all the time, but now Keeper of the Grove has become more attractive. And with a game lead already, we know LawLiet likes to fool around every now and then. I don't know. Could this be a Warden? Could this be a Potom? I hope it's not a Potom. Potom first against Undead is a really bad idea. Should be the Keeper of the Demon, certainly.
For some reason, I don't have the Warcraft source. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
This is such a catastrophe.
How do you share the screen again?
There should be a button in this one.
Oh yeah, there we go. Do you have it?
Not yet, I think it takes some time. Camera's frozen, but I don't have your screen yet.
Alright, wait a minute.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh boy, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Okay, now I see the screen.
See the game?
See Windows.
Okay. Wait a minute. You see it now?
A player's forces are under
Still
attack.
Windows. It's reloading. Maybe we have to go for a restream then.
Yeah, I'm selecting stream Warcraft in Discord, but it's not working.
Okay. Who was in the game? Lucifer,
A player's
right?
forces are under attack.
Alrighty. Once again, we'll try our best to give you the game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright. 1-0 for LawLiet.
Okay, I have to open the stream as well. Boop, boop, boop.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. Are we in?
Yep, we are.
A town is under siege.
Okay, so Keeper again, as you can see, and he's surrounded. But there's wisps nearby. Oh, it's going to be a big detonate. Gets 3 skeletons and out of the surround. That's a value wisp right there. Are we in sync?
Yes, we are.
A player's
Skeletons in the
forces
main
are
here
under
being a little
attack.
annoying. Hunter's Hall is coming up on time, I think. Quite a few archers here, 4 of them, along with the treants, making this a pretty sturdy force here in the early game. 5 archers now even. And no second crypt, so doesn't seem to be Gargs this time around.
Indeed. Okay, now once again we see the treants, yes, and lots of archers. It's 5
A
already.
player's forces are under attack.
I have a little bit of an HP buff, of course, with this patch, so can't be taken out
Yep.
that easily.
And marksmanship upgrade.
Indeed, 4 damage instead of 3. Can he
Oh,
call
long range
this?
coil? Oh, nice. He got it.
Yeah.
And now going for these archers. That one that survives. As you said, a little bit more tanky now with the new
A player's
patch.
forces are under
Gets the
attack.
one though, executes her with a coil. The one ghoul entangled actually won't be dying. Okay, will be dying now. And Panda second once again.
Alright. So it seems like they didn't nerf him enough to not be viable anymore. LawLiet again going for the Dryads. Keeper level 3, such a big level up. Sheik, what can he do against this? His tournament results recently were so good. In every tournament he
player's
participated in,
forces
he
are
made
under
it to
attack.
semifinals or finals on this new patch, on Good Game RU tournaments. But LawLiet seems to have the upper hand still. Lich second again. Where the Frost Armor isn't that good anymore with this patch.
Dude, the edge pan from Lucifer is so fast.
Town is
Jesus
under
Christ.
siege.
Yeah, it's
the
a little
keeper
bit of a
going to
different
the
camera.
acolytes, but quick reaction. Is that level 2 entangle? Yeah, it is. So DK has to staff home to save his acolytes. But now the
Players'
ghouls are kind of
forces are
left
under
by
attack.
themselves out in the middle of the map. Could be dangerous, and LawLiet sees it. Got 2 entangles.
Already, the ghouls are already so hurt. Plus the Breath of Fire that's coming in. It's going to be really hard for him to do some damage there in time.
Bit of a mistake here, walking the Ancient of War into the creeps. Only 900 HP, as you guys can see. Used to be 1,000. Now it's a little
player's
less.
forces are
Oh, the
under
ghouls are all stuck, though. Uh-oh. I think they're all gonna die. Oh, that hurts. That's 4 ghouls lost. Along with the other one that he already lost earlier, so that must be 5 by now.
Wow, he gets 1 archer in return, maybe. Yeah, there it is. But man, that's no trade you want to go for. Coil Nova kills the second archer, but it's again investing 200 mana for 1 archer is not really worth it. This ward, by the way, is so nice. Oh, and he's mining with only 4. Sheik is kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
Now we realize it.
Realize it here. Thank you very much, Split Tango, for this sub.
Thank you.
A player's forces
So it
are
was
under attack.
250 gold. That's okay. That's not too much. I mean, not what you want to have happen, but could be worse, I guess. There's one more
Entangle
Nova on the
DK.
Lich. Oh, is he surrounded?
The sheep.
The
Help
sheep!
him.
Are you serious?
But he gets out another entangle, though he's trying to staff out of the damage. Enough! Oh! Switches to the town portal right before the breath arrives. That was damn close.
A player's
Entangled
forces
level
are
2,
under attack.
pretty good before there's the spell. We have tier 3 now, we have the first statue, so this spell should be coming immediately with the Destroyer form upgrade. And of course this early game certainly wasn't great for Sheik, but I think it's not hopeless. There's still no Tree of Life in the works, and the Keeper of the Grove, especially against Destroyers, falls off hard.
That's true, can be Coil Nova all the time in case he doesn't have an invul and or healed growth, but he's technically tier 3, so it's gonna be Reju, which makes it a little better. But of course, a little later on, there's gonna be the spell from the Destroyer. So is he going for Destroyers? Because they were patched and nerfed across the board. Less damage, less HP.
Yeah, I think against Entangle you have to do it. The Dispel is still working, certainly. They are a lot weaker as fighters, but the Dispel is still very valuable.
Red spot very early on.
A player's forces are under attack.
Cunning. Meh. Loses an archer, but that's okay. You want to rotate them out anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. And level 3 here for the Panda. That's the important thing. That's the big deal. Worse than before, but still decent.
Be right back and get new headphones. Mine are crapping out.
Everything's working out today. So, Natural now being crept here on the Night Elf side. By the Undead, actually. We have a couple of ghouls in here. He did lose the TP, remember, so that is a little bit dangerous. If a Creepjack might be coming in, but LawLiet is on the opposite side of the map here, getting level 4 for his Keeper. Is going to be level 2 Treants now.
A town is under siege.
And just a passive game. I wonder if LawLiet shouldn't be playing this more aggressively. I mean, he's got the Keeper.
Yeah, right?
Getting him to level 5, well, if there's no Dispel, I guess it's good, but I believe there's going to be Dispel.
Maybe he thinks he can just go for the Destroyers very early on and kill them off, and then the levels pay off.
Of course, he has the Dryads for that, but the
He
hero
needs-
right-click...
He needs a lot of Dispel if he's going Treants as well, right?
Yeah, but Treants are like a little bit of something, but they're not really a big threat. If like 2 are on the battlefield, I think that's okay.
It's gonna
It's
be
like
3.
Yeah, but I don't know.
A player's forces
Maybe
are
I
under
underestimate them, but I think Treants are like meh. You have to get rid of the Entangle, though. That is absolutely a necessity.
Alright, Entangle onto the Ghoul, kills some Treants being summoned and distracting back in the Echo line. Very cool play by LawLiet here. Sheik comes in with a Naga third.
Town
Breath of
is
Fire
under siege.
kills one more Ghoul. He lost a lot before. Does he still have the damage? Oh my god, these Acolytes are getting slaughtered in the back.
Gets one bear, though, at least, so it seems like the Night Elf doesn't have a staff. The Dryad, on a sliver of health, is going to get away. But this bear won't be so lucky, as still, there is no staff. So, that was 2 bears lost for, I think, 2 ghouls. So that's a pretty bad trade for LawLiet, but I guess it's about the expansion, which is coming up in the south, if I'm not mistaken.
Another bear here. Tried to deny it, but didn't work. And now we have a level 3 Lich. How much of an economy damage was that really? Oh, expansion is coming up in the south. Oh, going for the Keeper. That's what we were talking about. Coil Nova forces the town portal. Well, we have a lot of consumables in the decay. So, he can do that again. Real soon.
I'm really surprised Sheik isn't checking the expo. Like, an aggressive play like this should always lead you to believe that there's an expansion coming up on the other side of the map. And he could have cancelled this, but now it's too late. The tree's gonna finish in a moment. Not mining yet, of course. Going towards the red camp here with the Fiends. He should have the damage. Vision advantage here during nighttime, thanks to Ultra Vision. It's gonna make this easier for LawLiet to engage. The heroes are pretty scary, though. 4, 3, 2 heroes. Oh, and the statue is stuck in the main. Oh, no.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gets the kill, gets the level up for the Panda, who's, by the way, pretty tanky. Coil Nova. Oh, no. Has to transfer the staff and has to save the hero this way. What about the Panda? Might he be in trouble now? Nova's cooling down. He has the cold arrow.
He has 1,200 HP. I doubt that he has the firepower to take it off. Drunken Haste Breath of Fire combo. As we said, not as powerful as it was before. Bear's kind of slow thanks to the Naga. Dryad is falling as well. And now time to kill the Expo. But does he have the damage? Oh, that statue is blocked in the back. Can't get it out at the moment.
If he moves the Acolyte, he can. But he's paying attention down south right now.
Are under attack.
LawLiet with good vision in the north, by the way. We see the 3 dots. He's still stuck there. Oh no.
Moves into a Destroyer. Not too bad either. It's going to be very useful, of course, against this Keeper. Alright, is he gonna commit for the creep drag? Honestly, this Night Elf army isn't too big.
The Fiends should be super strong. Dispels the Entangle to keep that Fiend alive. There's plenty of coil. Doesn't use it yet. Maybe saving it for the heroes. The Naga's in trouble. One weak spot here, but Heal Scroll being used. No invul available apparently. More and more Treants, man. This is so much. He's fighting a jungle right there.
6 Treants on the battlefield. Drunken Hate's Breath of Fire. Massive damage coming in. And now the Scrolls of Healing are gone already. So is the second hero Naga, of course. There's one Destroyer for the spell, but it's just not enough. He needs more of these. And why did he have so few? I don't know. Want to go heavier into the Fiends, which did a good job for a while there. That's also a thing against the Treants, of course. There, the Destroyers can heal quite a bit, actually, from.
Yeah, that's true. If there are enough, they can get rid of them as well. Bears are moving forward, though. Entangle buys the time for them to attack. Nice call by Sheik to save that one, but for how much longer? Destroying is doing the damage against the bear, but being staffed out. And now the statue should be on the silver platter, but he's not focusing it at all.
Frost Armor's kind of nice here. Seems like he doesn't have Dispel on the Dryads. So LawLiet taking losses now as well. Quite a few, to be honest. But he's got the Expo in the back. That's the big difference. Yeah. Finally a second Destroyer. I think he should have gone for that second Destroyer way earlier.
Is there more Coil Nova against the Keeper? Oh no, he's trying to block the Panda, but he's way too tanky. A lot of hurt stuff in the back. Yeah, he can't kill him. Like, there's no way he can kill him, right? Entangle.
How does the Lich have so much mana? Did he eat a Fiend or something?
Most likely he ate something, yeah.
Are coming back finally. Thank you very much to The Arc and Eternal Agony for the subs. Sheik here, is he dropping out of this game? I don't think it's over yet. It's still a keeper. As long as there's this spell, this hero does very little.
Yeah.
But the Expo's running and running. It's not getting better.
He's trying hard to get this red spot for additional experience. The higher the levels, the better the nuke, the more likely it is that the Keeper is falling. But does he have the time? He's rushing over immediately. LawLiet is scouting this with a Dryad, has very good vision on this, and he doesn't even get one of the rock golems before this is over. The Dryad gets it, nicely done. And that's a level up, level 5 on the Keeper. Entangle just got so much better. Or we're gonna have 4 Treants at the same time.
I think I'd actually prefer the Treants. Like, level 2 Entangle, it's gonna last long enough, I think. But we'll see. Alright, still battling for the Granite. And this poking back and forth, I think LawLiet is satisfied with this. Even if this creep goes to his opponent, because he's buying so much time. Here we go, Entangle. Where's the Dispel? Comes in a little bit late. Dryad's diving forward. What's he going for? Drunken Ace Breath of Fire against the Fiends. Only 2 targets, not too much damage, honestly. Maybe he got hit on the statue as well. Statues, of course, now less health as well. Takes out one of them. That's the key in most undead armies. That region from the statues.
Long range coil by the DK saves the Lich, who is very far up front. But the Bears are staffed out again. He needs another coil on this Lich to keep him alive. Once again trying to focus the Panda, which I think is an absolute waste. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire hits it anyway. Or is he really succeeding with this? He doesn't have a coil anymore. Maybe a Nova. Yes, he does. He's following, he's chasing, he's hitting the Nova. Frostborn hungers, so are the Destroyers and the Panda. Is he actually going to die? He turns around, but there's no saving this bear. And that's a double level up. He just killed a 1,300 HP Panda. And maybe he wasn't the last on the list.
Or can he get to the shop in time? Shop delay? Is he gonna get the TP? No, he doesn't! Oh no. Both heroes are dead. Thank you, shop delay. And now it's 51 supply. But no more heroes. He gets another Dryad as well. These heroes are so fed. Level 3 coil now and a level 4 Lich. That's where you get +4 intelligence, by the way, guys. So value right there in the intelligence gain. Oh, nice block against the Dryad. This game was supposed to be LawLiet's, but he overextends without invuls, without a TP. And now, suddenly there's an expansion.
Indeed, in the north. He was preparing this during the fight. Man, Sheik is so back into the series, it's kind of unbelievable how he turned this around. I mean, you were the prophet, you said the Keeper is squishy, but man, killing this Panda, I did not think this would be possible.
We have a Shredder on the undead side, by the way. Did you see that? Is that a first? Panda in trouble again. This cold arrow, dude, is slowing him so much. But the Lich at the same time has to be careful. Pops the invul. He has a Nova. There it is. He gets the right clicks in for the kill. Now he can coil his Lich as well to keep him alive. And guess what? More cold arrow coming in from the Naga. That's going to be another kill.
The DK is 5.5. All of a sudden, like, he rose up. It's unbelievable. He's in bloom for sure. And he has good items still, big healing. Heals when he buys him back again.
So expensive.
I mean, he has an expansion, but you want to use your resources differently, for example, for army.
Oh, don't lose that panda again, please. He's going to the shop. He should survive. I hope.
Invul and staff, trying to stab.
Oh.
Lich is coming, but no nuke anymore.
Okay. But honestly, it's okay. The expo's up now.
Yeah.
The Knight of Army isn't overwhelming. We are even in supply.
Yeah.
And this is 5-4-3 heroes against a keeper. Who's, by the way, still not
player's
back
forces are under
somehow.
attack.
And bears are not that great anymore as they were before patch 1.3. They got nerfed
Yep,
a bit.
true. And also, when the undead heroes have so much mana, they can nuke those bears as well. Coil Nova, Forked Lightning. That's gonna hit like a truck.
Yeah, against the Fiends, they were still pretty good. But do they still have the necessary damage to be used in this matchup? And now, finally, he's getting the red spot. In the bottom right. There was a Hood of Cunning.
Forces are under attack.
What's up?
Nothing, just saying. Hoping for the Catgas pipe, that would be the dream. I think if it's the pipe, this is kind of like GG. Towers are coming up at the expansions. Will be so hard to break.
Yeah. Shop as well. We saw this before. From Mango, right? But that was still 1.29. What's the reason for double tower shop?
I mean, just having a shop at the expo is always nice. Like having a mana potion there, having scrolls of healing there as well.
Player's forces are under attack.
It's just a nice structure. 130 gold. Why not? Crystal Ball, by the way, not the greatest. It's almost level 4 Naga as well. That's a nice level up. And this Keeper, man, what is he doing anymore?
Even Tranquility is not really an ultimate that can save him.
I don't think he can stand his ground against these heroes.
There's a little bit of an invulnerable time now built into Tranquility, but
A player's forces are under
I
attack.
don't know, man. Burrow is coming. It's still only bears and dryads. He's trying hard, but what will we see? He's going for the bears, nukes him in a blink of an eye.
He's got so many mana potions, by the way. 2 on the DK. I think there's one on the Naga as well. Yeah, and so many invuls as well. It's all about heroes. He knows this.
Yeah, exactly, and keeps him alive for now. DK is dropping low. Breath of Fire hits him, but not too hard. This spell being used
player's
there.
forces
Everything is
are
burning,
under
but
attack.
does this really affect him? I don't know. The last bear is about to fall. Nope, been staffed out. Not extinct here. Panda once again down to 50%. Getting nuked again with a Fork Lightning. Invo Potion saves him here. DK still dropping down. He has the big healing. Level 5 for the Panda. Damage intensifies. Fiends are dropping lower and lower. Eats that one for more mana. Has to nuke him out. Wow, that Keeper of the Grove just exploded into pieces.
Yep, that's what happens when you go ultra late with the Keeper. He just pops. And I don't know, that seemed to me like the last chance that LawLiet had. He has a big army still, but we see how these heroes are just kiting against the bears, using their mana, obliterating the opposition.
Well, you can't nuke a Dryad.
Yeah, but he's got the right clicks against them as well. The orb, nerfed now, makes focusing them a little harder, but might still be good enough. The Panda here, he's the one chance to win this game. The level 3 breath still does decent damage. And actually, there's a TP out from Sheik. By the way, he's very close to 2 level ups, level 6 DK and level 5 Lich.
Main gold mine's expired, by the way, so both are down to 1 base. They can't spend their money that crazy anymore with only 1 base income and upkeep. Invis from the Panda and Invul.
Huh. Is he hoping for a hero kill here? No, it's not gonna happen.
I mean, the 1 Fiend was there. Ah, nice. He eats up the Acolytes that were left over.
Can you even kill the Acolytes anymore with a better regen and the worse DPS from the burning? We'll see.
Good question. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, it's not an insta-gip. He kills 1. He staffs out immediately though. They are burning.
It doesn't kill them anymore.
Wow, that's big.
Yep. HP regen from the Acolytes increased, as well as health, of course. And DPS from the burn decreased.
And they have 1 more armor point, 6% damage reduction. Helps against right clicks.
It was also a bit of a distraction, though, getting time to get this keeper back, who has been spending a lot of time on the sidelines, it's starting to feel.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Sheik's still down in supply, but don't let that fool you guys. These heroes are worth way more than 5 supply at this point. Would love to see an A-bomb for Disease Cloud as well, by the way. Once again, the value could be sick.
Okay, here
A
we go.
town is
The
under
keeper
siege.
without a potion. The staff is on him.
He's got 2 staffs, though.
Ah, okay.
And trying for harassment here again. Oh, Coil, Nova, Fog Lightning. Ooh.
Not enough yet. But maybe in the near future. The expansion for LawLiet was up earlier, so he will run out of gold earlier.
Oh, there's the A-bomb with the Disease Cloud.
With Disease Cloud. Oh my god. That is the better Disease Cloud, of course. 2 damage per second instead of 1.
And then we doubled it.
Will be the same for the catapults in patch 1.30.1, which is at the moment on the PTR. Yeah, you feel this Disease Cloud buff. Like, everybody used it, I guess.
Yeah, especially on the Dryads. For the Bears, not that bad, but Dryad's certainly going to feel the pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a million wisps coming over. I like that approach, actually. If he gets rid of all of the mana, maybe he can win a fight.
Okay. It can be nuked, of course, Fog Lightning and Nova.
Yeah. Is he level 5 Lich? Because that instantly kills the wisps even if in the AoE.
Fog Lightning number 1. He doesn't use the wisps yet. Now they're moving in. 4 bears, 80 supply. Sheik only at 60. It has to be the heroes for him, as you said. Treants at the expansion again.
The town is under siege.
But there's towers there. We'll be able to deal with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Lich is level 5. That one-shots the wisps. Oh, there could be a massive Nova.
He has 4 Novas with the regen. He spreads them a little. Fog Lightning only onto 1. That was a little unfortunate, but that was a nice one. Level 6 on the DK. Must be Aura 3. He's buying some time with the Treants again. In this position, it's not that bad. Maybe he can flank him.
A player's
Oh,
forces
that's exactly what he wants to
attack.
do. LawLiet not out of this game yet here, despite losing the Keeper so many times. The Tangle on the Naga has to use the Inbolt very early into this fight. One massive Nova onto the Bears. The Abominations trying to fight some damage, but are walking around like headless chicken, at least the one.
Wants to run away from these wisps, doesn't want to get burned. They're almost all spent. We only have 3 wisps, 2 wisps left now.
Well done,
And the Naga's out of mana, but the other 2 heroes are still looking okay.
And Tangle being dispelled this. Oh! Abomination gets eaten. The Coil arrives on the second one. He still has 2. The Bears are falling one after another. And then the Fiends have free range over the Dryads. Nova onto the Panda once more. He wants to execute him with a Coil. Right click. Invul Potion saves him. Shredder's coming in for the defense. And Tangle on the DK. He has an Invul Potion. 2 more mana potions on him as well. Panda has to be staffed out. Otherwise he would die. But the Keeper, how long can he keep him alive? He has to run away. The Dryads, they don't do shit against this.
And these heroes, they're just too strong. He tried it with the mana burns from the wisp, but it's not gonna happen. And now on the chase, more wisps, more Dryads, will be falling.
A player's
That's a
forces are
second.
under
There
attack.
might be a third. And now Disease Cloud is ticking and ticking as
Yeah.
well.
It's so hard to regen against this now. I mean, it's daytime. They don't have manual regen anymore. Tick, 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 tick. Lucifer is pointing at it. And the moon juice is empty. So hard.
And he was 20 supply ahead.
Yes.
And he still got smashed in that fight.
Yes. Once the bears were gone,
Yeah.
the entangles got constantly dispelled. Like, really well reacted by Sheik to immediately dispel that strong spell. Oh boy, look at them Dryads. They're suffering so hard. Okay, now it's nighttime. They get a little bit of natural regen, so the discount isn't as bad as anymore.
A player's forces
But
are
Sheik,
under
he's
attack.
just holding, he's just camping, and there's no real reason for him to move across the map. As you said, his expo has a lot more gold still left in it. And with the shades here, he's keeping vision. One of the shades actually got killed with that reveal. And Sheik's so patient, also sitting in no upkeep. He realizes, all right, I don't really need units. I only kind of need potions for my heroes. That's enough. Oh, look at the cannibalize. Oh, look at that HP.
A player's forces are
I
under
haven't
attack.
seen that in such a long time. Yeah, Cannibalize, a little better as well. Keeper of the Grove, Coil Nova, Invo Potion, but that was the only one for him. All the potions in the world and the undead heroes. He needs one as well. Is he going for it? Oh my god, Invo Potion popped in the DK. Trying to go for a hero kill. Abomination still super duper strong. But, okay, more healing on the DK. The bears are falling once again.
Oh, 5 for the Naga as well.
Oh,
Fog Lightning
boy!
Coil! And that's it.
It has to be
A
it.
player's forces
GG.
are under attack.
That is it in a bit here. Sorry for the spoilers, but I mean, that was quite obvious. There it is, GG. My god, strong performance by Sheik. Holding on for a long time against this keeper play.
Yeah, I thought that game was lost, but hey, well done. Also, a surprise expansion, right? I think LawLiet totally wasn't expecting this at all. He had map control for a long time, could have canceled his expo super easy. But I guess it all happened when he lost the 2 heroes, right? Overextending, too confident maybe. No TPs, no invos.
Yeah.
And once those heroes get to like 5-5-4, it's just hopeless.
Okay, I am trying to fix my shit here. And I got it.
Nice.
At least I got the picture back. The in-game picture, that is. I'm restarting Walker for what feels like 25th time today.
Hopefully we have it now. Next map is gonna be Echo Isles. Decision map. Is it gonna be Keeper again? We saw the Keeper being super impressive game number 1. And then game number 2 he had a good start, as he always has. But that has always been his issue. And still is, even with the new patch. He falls off so hard. So hard in the late game.
Game up yet? No.
Not yet.
Okay. 1,700 viewers, thank you very much for tuning in. As we see, or we might see, the first European making it into the winner bracket semi-finals. Okay,
Well-
Foggy made it already.
Yeah.
Didn't Anima show? Okay, Anima showed up apparently. 2-0.
Are you surprised?
It was just a 2 and not a 0 for Anima, so I thought maybe it was a death win again.
Foggy once again, the big favorite in Europe, making his way through against Lucifer. That's gonna be a cool game.
Yeah.
Dude.
Alright, I'm in. I got the in-game picture.
All we need is the players and the go-ahead. And yeah, 1.30 guys. Isn't it exciting? Isn't it cool? We have new strategies. We have new heroes, new units. The keepers
units?
coming in. We saw some Gargs attempted. That didn't quite work out too well. But the Disease Cloud made a showing. Certainly looking pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, in late game for sure. That was pretty sick. It was a super late game. It didn't change the outcome, I guess, but
Yeah.
it helped for sure. Okay, Sheik says go. We're just waiting for the LawLiet go. And then we have the deciding game between Sheik and LawLiet.
And there it is.
Okay, game starts. Here are your 2 players. Russia versus South Korea. Sheik is only 22?
Really? I
According
feel like it's been around forever.
Yeah, right? According to Wikipedia, he's 22. My game is loading like I have a potato computer, but alright. It would be pretty sick. He never won against LawLiet, apparently. But all that could change now!
Did he win a map before?
Apparently not. Let's check Walker.info, sometimes more reliable than our.
Because if that was his first map win, that's already a confidence booster. Sometimes you have those players who you can just never beat, you know, no matter what you try. And then you have that one game where it works and then something can click. So, map number 3. We saw Keeper twice now. I don't know. LawLiet now against the ropes. Is he gonna do this here again? I feel like he might be going back to the standard. Back to the demon. A hero, of course, has to be said, has been nerfed. Through 2 patches now. Increased mana burn cost. And reduction of agility by 1 now in the newest patch, 1.30.
I got the stats now, and that was the first map win ever for Sheik against LawLiet. It was 0-3 in matches, and it was 0-6 in maps, and now it's 1-6.
Yeah, and that's really nice psychologically. That's really cool. Getting that win in, knowing you can beat him.
He's in tremendous shape at the moment. Since 1.30, it seems like he really put in a lot of work trying the new patch. Yeah, basically every cup, really, that he participates in, he's damn good and makes it far. So one side of the resources is working now. I have no idea why the second one isn't working. But at least we have that, right? Getting better and better here.
Exactly. Bit by bit we get there. So it is the Demon Hunter this time. No more Keeper shenanigans. You're going back to the standard, back to what's reliable. Gets a circlet here to help him out with his attributes. 3 Moonwell tech here. That's pretty safe, right? Isn't 2 Moonwell the norm? But he goes for the 3 anyways. Sheik going for creeping to start with. He holds the skill point. I really like that. In the past it always used to be aura first immediately. But nowadays with the Keeper being a thing, you want to hold that point. But now with the demon here, that will be aura, and there it is. Ooh, almost gets that surround.
Yeah.
But not quite. And yeah, the demon being very annoying here.
Almost gets a kill already.
Oh, that really shouldn't happen though, and it won't.
Despite being nerfed by 1 agility point, he is still dealing a lot of damage here.
Player's forces are
Once
under
again,
attack.
no hunches for LawLiet. He relies on the archers in this matchup. Maybe they are too easily countered by fiends and or gargs.
And he's even got the faster tech here. Usually that belongs to the undead, but not this time. Now Sheik has the resources. The tech will be coming in. A couple of seconds behind, and I have a decent number of seconds actually behind. Especially as he keeps on forgetting. Oh. And doesn't get the surround either. And this is starting to really hurt. He's still not teching. There we go. But this should have been a lot sooner.
Yeah, we compare this now. 1/4 ahead is LawLiet. And he's running down for boots, I guess, to hunt down the ghouls even further and to be able to escape surrounds. We saw today Mango surrounding on this map twice.
That was sick, dude. He played so well here.
Yeah, and there's boots.
And the demon's got a very good idea of what's going on. Pretty likely that the Under will be creeping here or at the green camp. I think he even saw it with a wisp here just a moment ago. His demon's low though. Oh, he wakes up the creeps. That's pretty cool. Forcing some ensnares. Got the level up with the archers creeping on the other side of the map. And keeps Sheik here from creeping. Keeps him on level 1 for now.
Okay. That works tremendously well actually. With like only the hero to distract so much. 4 archers already. He can start creeping with them now. Tier 2 tech almost done, but he forgot about the Huntress Sword. So a little time for Sheik to catch up. His graveyard is in time.
Now, this is probably nonsense, but has the Demon Hunter regen always been this fast?
A player's forces are under attack.
That looks
Town is under siege.
Right?
It's night, so they only regen throughout night, so it might be.
Yeah, probably nonsense. Probably it's always been like this. Looked like a lot of regen though. DK finally got to creep this camp. Unfortunately, he lost a ghoul, which really isn't supposed to happen, but you know, mistakes happen sometimes. Demon Hunter. This is a risky camp right here, which he's taking. He has no idea where the undead is right now, but he's not getting punished. He bought the claws, finds the greater healing. That was a very rewarding camp for him.
Was that Tom of Experience for the DK? No, right?
I don't think so. So, tier 2 is done. We have Lores coming up. No Wisp in the middle for the second hero, which came to cost Colorful dearly earlier today. But the Demon's level 3, he is so powerful right now. The archers go towards the middle. And it's a Panda again. I thought we were going to see a lot more Naga in the new patch. But so far, LawLiet at least, certainly still likes the Panda.
Lich Slaughterhouse, so no Garg again, no other fancy stuff, no Necros, whatever.
Sheik lost another ghoul to the creeps. Should try to work on his multitasking perhaps, as he seems to have been busy in the main. Where the first fiends will start to come out. The Panda, almost level 2 here from this camp. Replenishment, not too bad either. Gonna be able to heal up with that. And level 3 now for the DK. If he finds this Panda plus archers, he may be able to find a couple of kills with the coil.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, nice mana burn against the Lich and right clicks as well. There is Sacrificial Pit already. Can he kill something like of this? I mean, he has +8. And he can run away rather quick, but no. Sheik, by the way, very interesting base build, spreading that the blight so far out.
Yeah, he's done that in every game, right?
Yeah.
Seems to be his special thing. His special thing as well is early mana potion, already out on the Lich. That's a lot of gold, 200. It's burned a second time, so now out of mana, but it will have that mana potion to use. Panda would love to have a little bit more time here just to himself. That's why the Demon Hunter is so aggressive across the map. He wants to distract, wants to buy time for a second hero. But the DK, he is here to be a bit of a nuisance. And gets 1 archer kill. Should be 2 archer kills. He's not committing for it. Could have gotten it, I think.
There's no mana burn nearby. Okay, there we go. Throws the coil before. That was well done. Very fast, that reaction to the appearance of the Demon Hunter. And the Lich can finally go out to creep now, but same goes for the Panda. Takes one of the biggest creep spots here. Certainly one of the best items. And enough energy would be nice. There is a little run for an item down south. Shop control goes to Sheik with the Invul potion on the Death Knight. The Panda gets healing of regeneration, which is nice.
That's a big deal here, getting the Invul. Fortunately though, LawLiet did get that greater healing earlier. Otherwise his heroes would be in quite a bit of trouble now. You will have that to use, and you will have level 3 Panda on time as well. Expo's coming up right now. That could be lining up pretty perfectly with the Frostworm timing though, as the Boneyard is coming in the main.
What's your opinion on the Frostworms now in patch 1.3 that the frost duration was nerfed significantly? Oh, coil. Sorry, hold that thought. Yeah,
he's got another coil.
More. He has to, might trigger. Wow, mana burn before that and the big potion being used here. Trades a big healing for a big invul.
That's worth it though.
Absolutely. So
that's good.
Yeah, what's your take on Frostworms in this patch?
It's definitely noticeable. They have become quite a bit weaker, especially when when the fight lasts a long time and in the end you're only left with heroes. That nerf is a big deal. Usually at the beginning of the fight though, you fight against the bears with the worms, there it's still the same. So yes, it is a big nerf. I think a nerf was necessary though, like 10 seconds slow is just ridiculous with every attack against heroes. I think that nerf is perhaps a little too much because Frostworms, it's not like they were dominating the meta outside of that matchup, and even in that matchup only 1-0 and happy making them work. So I think they were over-nerfed a little, but it's understandable that they were.
Yeah, I agree. Coil thrown again, but there's no Demon Hunter. Ah, coming from the north now. The Invul Potion this time was out of stock, so the DK moved there a little early. This will go to the Panda this time. And he's buying more time for the expansion, which is done now. Tier 3, of course, ready, as we have Master Bears in the field for quite some time. The Demon Hunter looks very scary. 2 circlets, claws, orb. Lich not level 3, but once again he's starting to become this Gatling gun with the 2 gloves.
And in the past, the Frost Worms were so good against stacked heroes like this. Like, you attack the hero once, or you attack the bear that he's standing next to, and then he's slowed for 10 seconds. You can just attack other stuff, and once he's not slowed anymore, you attack him once again, boom, he's slowed for 10 seconds again. So yeah, that change is a big deal against the Demon Hunter especially.
So how long will this expansion last? How much normal damage does he have? 4 ghouls? Alright, I guess. First worm is about to pop out though, and he's getting ready for 60 food. On the other side, LawLiet is saving his resources at the moment. Doesn't want to break before the expansion is paid off.
Oh, Sheik is forgetting his statue in the main. Again! Like on AZ earlier.
Well, on AZ it was stuck, right?
Yeah. This time it just seems to have forgotten about the rally.
He has 2.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's gonna get the Tinker here most likely. It is third hero time, certainly. Normally we see the Tinker here. And there it is. Alright, and this is a scary timing. He has a Scroll of Healing as well, but no Frenzy on the Ghouls actually. So they're a lot less powerful than they would be otherwise.
Alright, changes to the Pocket Factory, you will... Oh, no, he's actually not summoned them. Ah, there we go. Heavy armor now. There's no magic damage in LawLiet's army. Before it was normal. It was easy for the bears to take them out. It's...
Yeah, level 1 especially. Going for the bears. Is there a staff? There is. We'll have to use it, but that's a lot of damage on this bear. That's it. Doesn't he want to staff this out? He's taking 3 shots here. Alright, there we go. That could have been done quite a bit sooner if you ask me, but alright. Bear will be able to heal up fully with rejuvenation anyways. Kind of low mana though. Can't morph back, not immediately anyways. Here we go, Pocket Factory, the second one, the last one most likely. Statue, by the way, he did remember, he did bring it from the main. No Destroyer up in the air yet. Should morph 1. Quite a bit of money here on Sheik's side, 400 gold against LawLiet. He wants to buy more time, already up at 62 supply. Drunken Haze. Breath of Fire coming in, good damage, but not all of the ghouls are actually ignited. And still holding on to that Scroll of Healing. Nova coming towards the bears, and the Frostworm now looking for the damage. The ghouls are supposed to take out the Dryads here one by one. Already a Hippo up in the air, makes dealing with this even more difficult. Big combo right there, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, and now suddenly all of the ghouls are gone. Finally the first Destroyer is coming in.
Lich was about to die, but the coil hits him. Bears are falling in the front, but man, look at the damage on the Fiends. Looks like Sheik doesn't stand a chance here at all. One is dying, second takes the damage from the Drunken Haze and Breath of Fire. The Worm is about to fall as well. There were great concaves for LawLiet in this fight against this Worm. He's able to save it for now. The Demon Hunter is chasing with the Orb of Venom. 7 supply down, level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Looks like the third Korean is making his way into the winner bracket semifinal. This Lich doesn't stand a chance anymore. GG, Russia down to the lower bracket, and LawLiet finds himself in a battle against Lucifer now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that was a very standard game. This game could have very well just been a 1.28 game. Like, that's kind of the meta that Happy introduced along with 1.20.
Sorry, it's Focus versus LawLiet and Lucifer versus Fog. We mentioned this before.
Yeah, but very well played by LawLiet. By the way, did you see it there at the end? He hit level 4 when he killed the worm, and then he skilled Immolation and used it.
A little troll move, I guess.
LawLiet with the cheeky plays, as always.
Focus versus LawLiet is gonna be our our next match. I think it's the first time we see these two on 1.30. If I'm not mistaken. We saw them so many times prior to 1.28, on 1.28, on 1.29, but now first time on Back to Warcraft to see probably the third and fourth best Korean player against each other. And that's gonna be our next match. Hopefully without more technical difficulties here. We had enough of them already, for my taste at least. Sorry about that once again. We are going into a little break. 5 minutes and then we're back. Focus versus LawLiet, an all-time classic to decide who's gonna go to the winner bracket final. See you.